Alright guys, so I want to make a discussion about the Destiny Taken King DLC and the release and the pricing of it. And what I want to make sure of first is the release. What I want to point out right quick, right out the bat, is the release date is on September 9th of 2015. And there are 4 editions of the Destiny Taken King bundle. There's a Legendary Edition that's $60 right off the bat. There's Taken King Collector's Edition that's $80 right off the bat. And the Taken King PS4 bundle that there's no price point as of yet, but I'm sure there's going to be a price point soon in a couple of days or weeks. And lastly, the Taken King Digital Edition, that's the Taken King by itself, that's $40. And the reason why I'm making this video is I want to talk about the hefty price point and why people have such a big problem with that, since the DLC and the previous expansions have been a lot cheaper than that, and they think that it has just enough content in the previous expansion as this expansion. And the reason for that, I don't think that's true, but here's why. I want to point out the right quick. I believe that there's going to be more content than the previous expansions in the Destiny Taken King DLC. And the reason for that is because when I see the trailers, that they express that there's going to be a lot more stuff that's going to be into this DLC, like there's gonna be this whole new campaign, like the regular campaign that came with the regular Destiny game by itself, and also there's gonna be new environments such as, you know, the moon and stuff like that. There's gonna be a whole new environmental place that's to explore and stuff like that, I think. And as you know, the moon and the moon and the Mars and Venus have a lot of stuff packed into it, you know, on patrol alone. So if you think about that by itself, that means that you're getting what you paid for when you originally bought the game, but you're doubling it to make it technically just more of an open world type of deal when you play Destiny from now on, when you get the Taken King DLC, because it's more open-ended, and it's, let's take a point like this. It's basically you're playing 2 games in one. That's what I'm from. I think that's why I think personally you're playing 2 games in one. And for the environments to go that way, I think that's a really good deal. And for the $40 price point, I don't think that matters too much, because even if you get the season pass, you're gonna get it for free anyway, because, and also the season pass is discounted right now. If you want to check the season pass out, you get both the DLCs for free. If you get the DLC season pass, I think it's like $25 or something like that. And there's also there's new DLC weapons. I haven't seen too much of the DLC weapons, but from what I've seen so far, I think it's going to be a pretty substantial type of deal when it comes to weapons, because, you know, the power and the overall stability of the weapons is going to be a lot different than the previous, especially if they had weapons. I'm not sure if they did, but the DLC weapons in the Taken King I've only seen about 2 or 3, and there's only one that I've taken most noticeable about, 2. And that one is one LMG. I forget what it was called, but it was one LMG that if you use it, you can take down one enemy in 2 or 3 shots, and they're dead. And to me, I don't think that's too much of a pay-to-win deal, but if you think about it, in terms of, you know, buying $40 for something, you must want something that's going to be a very worthwhile deal. When you buy something this expensive and open, you're most likely expecting a lot from the DLC. And when you play the Crucible and you use this weapon, I think you're going to have a pretty pleasant experience with it. It's not going to be too OP with it. I don't think they're going to go that route with the you know, pay to win aspect, but I think the DLC weapons are a good thing to be in this expansion, so I don't think that's too much to worry about. And also, there's going to be new maps in this DLC, and I've only seen 2 or 3 of them, and one that I've seen that's really interesting to me is this one map. If you step on this pad, it'll transport you to a whole new area of the map. And I think that's a really creative way to like exploring new places in maps and try to get flank around the enemy. And I think it's gonna be like, you know, let's see how I put this, a really different way of fighting people in the Crucible. So I think what they're trying to do here is like make new ways to make it seem more different than the previous expansions and make it more unique to this expansion by itself, Taken King. So I think this is going to be a really worthwhile map placement and map placement in the rotation of maps. So if you buy the DLC and if you play this map, I'll be playing it too. I'll be putting on my channel and see and make some commentary of it and see, let you guys know how I feel about it. And you know, if you like it, if you like it, if you don't, you don't. But I think it has some potential into it. I think it's gonna be a really good deal. Really good deal. And one more thing I want to point out is this DLC has more content than Call of Duty, in my opinion. And the reason for that because the Call of Duty DLC has a tendency to put in 5 DLC passes in every year. And out of those 5 DLC passes, you only get about 2 or possibly 3 DLC weapons in it. And this Taken King expansion, you're going to get 5 or, well, possibly maybe 10 weapons if you think about it, because there's going to be a lot of grinding and weapons. And they're going to implement a lot of weapons and, you know, trying to find them in all the environments and areas in Taken King. So I think with that and the maps and the environments, I think it has a bigger deal to do with making a $40 price point, because it has a lot more things to offer in terms of quality, and quantity of in comparison with the Call of Duty DLC. So I think it's going to be a pretty different route in terms of DLC. And one more thing I want to point out is the PS4 bundle of it. I want to point out that the bundle, I personally think it's going to be a really good deal, because I have a black PS4 right here, and I've been looking at the white PS4. It has the Destiny Taken King logo on it, and I think it's going to sell pretty well, because a lot of people have been shifting from black to white in this type of age. And it's kind of funny because usually people prefer black instead of white, but you know, having white PS4 and the Destiny expansion with the Dark Below and the House of Wolves DLC with that bundle, I think that's you know, if they priced it well, it'd be really good. If they don't price it well, it may or may not sell very well. But if you plan to upgrade from the PS3 to the PS4, or want to get that PS4 bundle just because you like how it looks, I think it's going to be a really good thing for the Destiny community, because people who already played Destiny and they want to upgrade from the PS3 to the PS4 just to play the Taken King on a new platform, I think that's going to be something that they're really going to get into and that the consumer's going to really like. So, you know, that's all I had to say about the Destiny DLC. I think it's going to be a really good deal. Again, the release date is on September 9th with 4 types of expansion, 4 types of bundles. The Legendary Edition, that's $60. The Taken King Collector's Edition is $80. The Taken King PS4 bundle, that has no price point as yet. And the Taken King Disc Edition, that's by itself for $40. And don't worry, I'll be making videos about it and tell you how I think of the DLC and how I think it's all going to play out when it comes out on September 9th. So don't worry about that. I'll be making videos of it, and if it's a really good deal, I'll tell you about it. If it's not that much of a deal, I'll tell you about that too. So thank you guys for listening, and I think this video was helpful for you, and I'll be making more videos soon. So in the meantime, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.